can't get fucky with too groovy you be. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it before FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No call, for real. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with Eli Manning and the New York Giants. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. This will be taken to the back of the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Week 14 against the Redskins for Saquon Barkley. 197 more yards from scrimmage. Do you think we can go ahead and start to chisel his name into the Rookie of the Year trophy?
You mean we haven't done it already?
I was trying to be patient.
I did it weeks ago.
Patient.
I don't know about you, but I went ahead and did that weeks ago. He's on pace for over 2,000 yards from scrimmage, and only two rookies have done that before. One named Eric Dickerson, the other named Edgerrin James.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. Play fake here on first down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Robert Quinn in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, it's Manning. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This is Shepard on the catch, and he gets it down to the 32. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Manning. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Manning going to come up on 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Manning. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Working from the gun, Manning. He dumps it off to Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with the defense will give him.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Manning to throw on second down. Over the middle to Beckham. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down. Play action, Tannehill. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Parker unable to get that one.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Well, if you're a Giants fan, and you've got to be encouraged by the last 2 weeks, but are you frustrated because you're saying, where has this been all year after that 40-16 dismantling of Washington?
I think you posed it perfectly, right? You're very happy with what's going on. You are wondering where was that to start the season, and why are we in this spot now where we're playing so well, but it really doesn't mean anything? All it means is if they end up winning all the rest of their games at, home against Tennessee, at Indianapolis, home against Dallas, they can get to 8-8. And that will really frustrate the Giants fans. But at the same time, maybe give them a little encouragement headed towards 2019.
And they could play playoff spoiler for potentially a few of those, well, a couple or all three of those teams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Here's Manning to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 26 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Miami's offense trots back onto the field here, and we get a moment to discuss what happened in their game against New England. Charles, there are wins in the NFL, and then there are wins in the NFL, and that's the latter. That was the impressive win.
So you're saying if you were typing that, that's all caps.
That's all caps.
That's all caps on Sunday, and I agree with you totally. You could not script it any better. Hung with New England the entire way, played them tough as they usually do when the game is in Miami, and then win it on a crazy, wild, stupendous, unbelievable 69-yard play that Kenyon Drake culminates in the end zone. Now you keep your playoff hopes alive. You keep thinking, we've got a shot. Can you carry that momentum forward and finish the season?
When most plays happen, though, you just wait for it. There's going to be a fumble, a guy dies, a forward lateral, and somehow that one worked.
Somehow that one worked, and it could not obviously have come at a better time for the Miami Dolphins.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff for Gore. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
To throw is Tannehill. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. On first down, Drake. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Now it's Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Alec Ogletree in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Sanders' kick is good, and that lead is back down to 9 now. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them. Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. Manning now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Finding room at the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Manning. Caught left side, it's Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 68 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of. Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown. They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that,
I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he hits Drake, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Tannehill on first down. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can... Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And Amendola with a catch. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. And he spikes it to stop the clock. And now if they choose, they'll have a chance at maybe a long field goal try here just before the break. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit? They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Play action, it's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dalvin Tomlinson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On play action, it's Manning. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Giants on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Manning. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Got some real estate inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A handoff to Barkley. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw it with Manning. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get this down to the 10. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Manning now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When I see Cameron Wake make plays like that, I can't help but shake my head sometimes. He had to go to Canada first before he came back to the NFL, where he's now an All-Pro.
Yeah, undrafted out of Penn State, but look at him now.
And just think about all the pass-rushing moves he has, his ability to play against the run. Remember, he was a combo outside linebacker, defensive end. Now he's just simply one of the best in the NFL.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Throwing now is Manning. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down. Now Tannehill. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Tannehill now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill dancing to his left. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
On 3rd down, Drake. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
On 1st and goal, Drake. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Let's go. Lady! Play.
Tannehill. And they will get back to within one score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the fourth. Sanders now to kick this one away. New York set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He dumps it off to Barkley, and he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. And out come the Dolphins now. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They go play action here on 1st down. He goes underneath the Drake. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Tannehill now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Tannehill hands to Drake. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. He'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. They'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Sanders now to kick this one away. And the Giants ready to come out now. They have the football. They're looking good, but the lead is just 2. So any mistake in a field goal can beat you. They got to be careful.
And that's where it gets difficult because you don't want that to leak into your thinking. You want to play like, hey, we've got the advantage. We can close this out. Don't play from fear, and they can win this game.
See if they can play fear-free and hang on. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 14. The toss out to Barkley. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range?
There he goes, left side. A big play there for the Dolphins. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. He's back to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Brandon, that tackle right there, that might have just saved the ball game.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a good time in South Beach tonight. The Dolphins have won the game. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.